Hi guys. I wanted to give a little bit of an update on my surgery, my eye surgery that I had. I was in my last video in August, the day after my surgery, and then my family went on vacation and I didn't follow up anymore. And I wanted to follow up and tell you a little bit more about my experience and a little bit more about the time since I had my surgery. So, I had my surgery about 7 months ago, and after my last taping, um, I had some experiences. I went back to work. I took actually a week off. So I had my surgery on a Friday afternoon, and I was off all the following week. And we went to the beach, and I was able to kayak and do all kinds of stuff without glasses. I did still have a little bit of blurry vision, and definitely used the re-wetting drops for weeks, literally. That week I used them probably every 15 minutes. The next week it was probably more like every half an hour, and then it went to like once an hour, and eventually went to just a couple times a day. Pretty much now, rarely do I have to use them, and that's 7 months out. I probably only use them daily, several times a day, for maybe 3 weeks to a month after the surgery, and then after that I was pretty much good to go, as far as the re-wetting of them. What I did want to tell you is the experience that I had. I began to get a little nervous about when my vision would completely clear. I remember at 6 weeks, my nephew had this surgery years ago, and at 6 weeks I messaged him and said, 6 weeks after surgery, did you still have problems seeing? I mean, when I first went back to work, I had to get really close to my computer to see it. It was just small print on a computer screen that was very difficult for me for a couple weeks. And then it slowly started to clear up some, but it wasn't what I would consider to be crystal clear until like halfway through the 7th week. And halfway through the 7th week, it's just like one day I woke up and I could see everything crystal clear. And I was a little nervous because I thought that was taking a long time. And I'd never been through this, obviously. So I didn't know if that would happen. I was like, oh my God, if my vision doesn't get better than this, I'm going to be concerned, But it did. It definitely did. And it was like a light switch. I found it very weird. I was very thankful that happened, but it was a strange experience to have that happen. And now my eyes are 20/20 and 20/15. I've seen better than I ever have in my entire life, which is amazing. And as far as the pain, that one incident was kind of all that there was, that the night, right after my surgery. Wasn't even night, it was that afternoon. And I think if I would have known a couple things about making sure that I had an ice pack on hand and making sure that I used the drops right when I started to have pain, and making sure I had that one gabapentin for pain right after, instead of having to wait to take that till my husband filled it, bless his heart. He was doing the best he could. But that was the only time that I was ever like, oh my God, I'm in so much pain. That was it. That one afternoon when I had a hard time going to sleep. Besides that, it's been great. It was definitely a process that I had to be patient with. Oh, that was the other thing that I wanted to let you know, is that I also had what they call mono, which I had one eye corrected for distance and one eye corrected for close. And I think from what they told me, the whole process of not being able to see completely crystal clear until like that 7th week is because my brain had to adjust to one eye being for distance and one eye being for close up. And so even though it was a longer process, I'm really glad I did it, because many people who are middle-aged like I am have another change in their vision. Usually between 40 and 50, I believe they said, your vision changes again. So a lot of young people have both of their eyes corrected for distance, and then when they have that change, they're then either wearing contacts or glasses again for reading. And I don't have that problem because my eyes had already changed, and I chose to go with the mono. It just, I won't have to wear glasses again, unless I have some kind of an injury, which is amazing. Because I figured if I was going to go through this, and I was going to spend the money to have it done, I didn't want to have to ever wear glasses again. I've been wearing them since I was in third grade, and I didn't want to do that anymore. And that's the reason I went through the whole process. So I'm glad I had mono, like not mono sickness, mono surgery. And I'm glad I did this. I would do it all over again. And my sister also has really bad vision, and I've recommended her to to the same place that I went to. So I highly recommend this surgery. I feel like I have so much freedom, and love my sunglasses. I have these really cool sunglasses, and I've finally gotten able to wear them. So it's amazing. So if you're considering getting it done, get it done. Thanks.